It's Michael Hoos from Aviation Planning Division. So, Michael.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hi, my name is Michael. I'm from Port Authority Aviation Planning Division. I'm here today with my supervisor, Gabby, and we're going to talk about airport layout plan and why does it matter to you, to our tenant. We're going to focus on 4 points today. What is airport layout plan? Why is it required? And what's the review process and submission process? And how you relate to our tenant and tenant project? Next page, please. So what is airport layout plan? Airport layout plan is an airport-wide drawing, a set of drawing showing above ground layout of existing and proposed airport facility. It's also a key communication tool and agreement between Port Authority as a airport sponsor and FAA as a regulator. It contains a set of scale drawing to show existing condition, near-term and long-term airport development. Mind you, the scale is not. This is not the scale is nor in scale nor in precision are meant for the construction use. Airport layout plan is not for construction use. It's a communication tool between Port Authority and the FAA. So in another word, it shows what it is today and what we plan to do for our airport. So if you, as you can see on the right-hand side, that's a recently approved EWR proposed ARP sheet. You can see the new Terminal A, which is already being done, and you can see the air train. You can see the future Terminal B, not in great detail, but it show the limit of work, and we can fill in the detail later with FAA. So it also showed a runway data. We also have a data sheet showing the runway data, taxiway data, and all of the MOS modified transition standard currently on file for the airport. And it also contains a Part 77 airspace drawing, which Enrica just mentioned, and we have inner approach surface for all the runway with the obstruction table, which itemized every single obstruction surrounding the airport. And we also have land use plan showing land use within and surrounding area. And we have property sheet showing the airport property and potential future airport property as well. And for the ease of FAA review, we also include a narrative, including inventory, describing the inventory of our facility, our forecast, what's required for our future requirement for our facility, environmental overview, and capital improvement, and etc. etc. All of this above is required by FAA and is part of the FAA Standard Operating Procedure SOP 2.0. It's basically what they want to see on ALP and what we agree with them to show on ALP. And thirdly, that approved airport layout plan is a public document, meaning everyone can request a copy once it's approved. Next slide, please. So why is it required? Why do we have to do airport layout plan? First and foremost, ensure our airport is designed and planned under 3 principles: safety, efficiency, and complexity. And it also has something to do with grant assurance. Grant assurance is a set of obligations when an airport accepts federal funding for a project or an improvement, for either an improvement or a rehab. It could be a runway rehab, it could be a new taxiway, or it could be a new substation, or a new air train station. So when we accept federal funding, we take AIP fund for example, the Airport Improvement Program. For example, it comes with 39 grant assurance. And number 29 is to have ALP up to date at all time. But it also applied to other federal funding, such as PFC, Passenger Facility Charge, or the latest bipartisan infrastructure law grant. Next slide, please. So we're going to talk about what is the ALP review process and submission process. First thing I want to clear, Port Authority or APD, we do not review or approve ALP. We prepare ALP on behalf of the airport and submit it to FAA for approval and review. And during FAA's review, it might trigger subsequent federal action, other federal action. The review goes through two levels of FAA review. First, it goes to local ADO office. Once they do a completeness check, and they will send it to headquarters for airspace review. Next slide, please. So we're still talking about process here. Okay, so the most important thing we want you to know is early engagement meeting with FAA local office, ADO, and informing them about potential new project is very important. Once we prepare the airport layout plan drawing, the supplement material, we doesn't matter it's a tenant project or it's a Port Authority project, either a rehab or a redevelopment project. We send it for a FAA radio ADO to review, and we send it send an initial submission for them to review. They will do their completeness review, and once they have all the review material and the depiction are satisfied for them, they might provide us comment, and we might come back to you for more information if it's necessary. So after they satisfy with everything, they will start aeronautic review, aeronautics airspace review study at Washington D.C. This is where the red text on the right, the 60-day turnaround start. Once this start, we cannot take it back. We cannot add new project. We cannot make changes. And there's one more thing that I want you to know is airport layout plan is typical contain multiple projects. It's one airport layout plan at the time per airport, meaning it's not project basis like 7460 or environmental assessment. It's not one project. It's for the entire airport. So once they start the airspace review, the 60-day, again, we cannot make changes during that 60 days until they come back with a determination. So if you have anything in say scope change, or adding a new project, it has to wait. It has to wait. And that 60 day is not a rule on written on anything. It's an empirical number that based on our experience. Okay, next slide, please. So tenant project. So what does your project have to do with ALP? So tenant must notify TCAP office through our TCAP review to inform us a new project or even a potential project even. And through our tenant coordinator, APD will know that you have a project. We want to know as early as possible, so we know and we could including your project in our next ALP revision. While I keep saying the early notification is important, the completeness of your design is also very important. That being said, we usually ask for your submission to be around 30% of your construction drawing, which hopefully your project scope is determined, is mature, and things like building height, building footprint, those are set, because FAA might require resubmission or reevaluation after they give you approval if you have a significant scope change. And mind you, that significance is determined by FAA. The information we're looking for on your project is usually a brief project description to explain the purpose and need. Usually it's from a planning perspective, is for aeronautic use or non-aeronautic use, and why is it required. And we usually ask for a project site plan, and with the building, we usually ask for elevation view as well, to show the vertical elevation. That's for the airspace review. And we ask for a description of any potential impact to the airfield or current aircraft movement, if there's anything. And next one is probably not happening a lot for tenant project. We're gonna ask about if this project is using federal funding. And last, we ask for your key milestone, your completion of design day, or your anticipate construction start day and construction duration. These are the information we normally ask and normally required by FAA. But if FAA determine that to determine their approval authority and may require additional document for their review based on safety, utility, and efficiency, we might come back to you for more requests for more information. Next slide, please. Again, we want to emphasize one ALP per airport at the time. Unlike 7460, unlike environmental assessment, it's multiple projects, so everybody's timing need to be coordinated. So it's not just one project. We have to time our submission wisely. Another thing that we want you to bring home with you today is that the information we show on the ALP, either on the narrative or on the drawing, on a supporting document, must consist with the information you submit on 7460 or writing or part of your environmental assessment. Because the reviewer from the local ADO office are essentially they sit right next to each other. So if you any inconsistency will raise a red flag right away. And again, current ALP is a public document, and you could request a copy at any time, which we will provide through our TCAP office. And we are here to help facilitate the process as smooth as possible. And you can always ask for information, ask for help through our TCAP office. We will always here for you. In our experience, we don't have project being denied by FAA. Usually, they just ask for more information. So this the better the better the communication, the easier the process will go. And that will be my presentation for today. Thank you. If we have any questions.